What I love about art is that you can really read into a culture, a political movement, a religious movement through the art that was created, and you can get to know these cultures on a deeper, more intrinsic level. And I think that's so powerful because it really does transcend time, like I said, and it is just a fascinating facet of human nature to be able to look at who were these people, what were they doing at that time, and even now in modern times, what is it creating for you? What is the hidden meaning behind your work? Let me see who you are through your work. I'm Grace Morrow, and my major is art history. So I actually am from Fresno, and I was homeschooled my entire life, so starting from preschool all the way to senior year. And I started at Fresno City College, as many college-age students do, and then I transferred to Fresno State in the fall of, I believe it was 2022. I didn't want to go to college. When I finally did, I was at Fresno City College for 6 years because I didn't know what I wanted to do with my life. I didn't know what the major is that I wanted to pursue. So the fact that I'm here and I'm almost done is a huge accomplishment for me. Like I'm so giddy and happy about that. So I actually plan to enter the master's program here for art history, and I would like to focus my research on the pre-Raphaelite Brotherhood, looking at it from a feminist perspective and how these female artists who were muses during this movement, looking more into who they are and why they've been put on the back burner as opposed to their male counterparts. And I actually want to be a professor of art history, either here on campus or at Fresno City College. And I want to continue working with the Extending the Class program and really reach students. That's my whole thing, is I want to help college students. I want to speak life into them and to show them that their dreams and aspirations matter. And I want to be able to give them those resources to be successful and to show hey, I'm in your corner, I'm backing you. When I transferred here, the first day my first class was in the Conley 101, and I sent a picture of it to my mom, and she told me, that's the room me and your dad met in. And it was kind of this crazy thing that, 20-something years later, I'm in the same room that my parents met in, so that was also a fun memory. I actually am the current president of the Art History Club here on campus, so we aim to bring both artists and art historians to come together to discuss art as a community. And then I also work with the Extending the Class program at Fresno City College, and we are a academic support program that helps students who are traditionally enrolled in high fail rate classes, and we provide them the support that they need to be successful in the classroom. Yeah, so I was actually blessed being a Lund Foundation Scholar, and I was given this award to go study abroad with the London program this past winter here at State. It was the first time traveling abroad, so a little nerve-wracking. It was a 10-hour flight, but worth it, 1000%, worth the jet lag, worth everything. And so I got to immerse myself in art and the London culture, and it was such an incredible, life-changing experience for me to be a part of. So the Lund Foundation Scholarship, I also received a couple from the General Scholarship. I believe it was the Martha Hagen Scholarship. I'm somebody who works full-time, my husband works full-time, we live paycheck to paycheck, paying for tuition is super stressful, so having that financial backing to be able to go to school and not stress so much about buying materials or work or paying for tuition has been amazing and everything. Thanks to the whole Department of Art, Design, and Art History for nominating me. It's a huge honor. I do not take it lightly. Thank you to our amazing dean as well for her time and her passion for the arts and humanities. And thanks for this interview and for everyone else who has poured life into me. I appreciate and love you all.